Welcome back, everyone, to my Kicking It Old School series. All right, guys, so I've been hitting it hard the last week or so, and let me tell you, it feels really good to get some of these quests done, the tasks done, get some of the gear that I've gotten lately. I'm really starting to feel the progression move forward a bit faster, and it's definitely making a huge difference in the speed of quests. So, as you've previously seen, I knocked out some small minor stuff earlier in the video, like I got 45 herb lore, which is nice because now I'm starting to get into supersets. I also randomly got the Skull Scepter. I just was in the barbarian village. I had food on me and I was like, well, I'll just go for this thing. I don't have anything else to do. So I decided to get it. I don't even know if I'll use it, but we'll see. Moving on into quests. I did what feels like 1,000 quests. I think by the time it was all said and done, I have like 130, 140 points, something like that, which is a big feat for me because I've done most of these quests so many times over the years. You know, whether it be old school or RS3, the questing is just it's became a big chore, and I don't really enjoy questing all that much anymore. With that being said, I'm happy with where I'm at on the quest so far. So I'm not going to give you the full list of the quests that I did just because I did a lot. You guys will see them on the screen. Feel free to pause if you want to, but I'm going to hit up some of the important ones. One small favor I did because it's a quest requirement for several other later game quests. Eagle's Peak I did for the Eagle transportation, though I have never, and I don't know if I will ever use them, but you know, who knows. Recipe for Disaster, the Lumbee Guide, which is the third or fourth one, because it's the farthest Recipe for Disaster portion I can do, and it got me Steel Gloves. So Steel is better than none. I think other than Void, there's no easy way for me to get decent gloves right now. So right now, Recipe for Disaster, absent Void, is probably the only way it's going to happen. Tears of Guthix I did because it's free XP, I think weekly. Pretty sure it's weekly. But that's free XP on your lowest skill. So, you know, skills you don't train on all the time, it's nice to get a little jump every once in a while. Troll Stronghold I did because I needed it to do Edgar's Ruse, and I need Edgar's Ruse to get the teleports. And I also believe I need either Troll Stronghold or Edgar's Ruse for God Wars dungeon later on, but either way, they're both going to get done. Alright, so let's take a pause on quests, because I have some more important ones to talk about later. Okay, so I decided to travel and mess around in Greater Corinne, or whatever it's called. I was informed that the Ensouled Heads I've been holding on to are really good for prayer XP, so I figured I'd go check it out. Turns out it's really simple to unlock, but it's not cheap to use. Okay, so it takes soul runes to use the spells for the reanimations. So getting the spellbook unlocked only took about 15 to 20 minutes at best, and the XP is good. I just don't have a good way to get soul runes efficiently right now. I just don't know. Outside of the random onesies and twosies from Slayer assignments, I just don't have a good way to do it. So if you guys know a better way for me to get soul runes, please leave a comment because I'm just lost on that aspect. All right, moving back to West. So yes, you're seeing this right. I did Monkey Madness. All right, I had prayer pots. I figured with enough energy potions, I could get it done. So I grinded 60 attack and I went for it. It was just as bad as I remember it, though I only died once because I didn't bring any poison because I'm a dumbass. But having the Dragon Skimmy has been a godsend, and seeing the occasional 14 or 15 hit splat is a really nice boost to morale. So it's one of those things where you just feel good when you see that, right? It's better than hitting 9s or 8s. So its special isn't as good as I remember it, so what I might start doing is carrying the Dragon Dagger alongside for the special, but I don't know. I don't have any weapon poison, so I may or may not do that. Alright, so some other quests of note was Giant Dwarf for the large amount of XP given across a bunch of different skills. Olaf's quest was for the big defense boost. I mean, I think it was like 10 or 12k defense. That was really nice. Which put me to 55 defense. The reason I wanted 55 defense was so I could do Fermentic Isles and get the Helm of Nez, which I did, which is awesome. So I've upgraded from the Voider Helm to the Helm of Nez. So that was a good one to do. I remember that one being a lot longer. It didn't take that long at all, actually. And the fight was not nearly as bad as what I thought. Maybe I'm just smarter now, but the really big quest that I'm most excited about completing was Underground Pass. Okay, so as aggravating as that quest is, that we all know, I bit the bullet on it and I got it done because I'm really getting tired of Fire Strike on bigger bosses and or quest bosses and stuff like that. So now I just need to store up a bit more on death runes. So I'm thinking about trying my hand at barrows. I have a few hundred deaths that might get me through a few barrows runs, and I might not have to continuously buy death runes or go get cats and wait 3 hours. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I'm still using wizard robes. I probably ought to get better armor. And lastly, after getting Monkey Madness done, I started messing around with pest control. I grinded some out for a couple hours. I got like 260 points or something like that. I figured Void is probably going to be the only way to get decent magic gear without having to go stand at one Slayer monster for hours, hoping I get a drop that's it's 1 in 500. So I'm thinking that might be the best way. Kind of slow, but it's also pretty good combat XP. Like I got 58 strength just because. So just being at pest control. So, but hey everyone, that wraps it up for this episode. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please do me a solid, drop a like, click the subscribe button, and please leave a comment and let me know what you think of the video, or what you think I should start going for next, or if you have any tips on stuff, because there's some things I'm starting to struggle with on that I want to do, like, you know, using Iban's Blast and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys watching the video up to this point. I'll see you guys next time. Keep an eye out for episode 6 and have a good one.